Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler series videos I'm going to do for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff then, folks. I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is a namesake item where I don't give a shit about the namesake. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's absolutely the case today. I got off work maybe about an hour ago. And, it was one of those things where it was like, I knew I wasn't going to want to go out later on. And I knew there were like a few things I wanted to buy, get some gas and stuff. So I went over there, I hit up a couple gas stations in the area. And if you watch the channel, you already know, like, gas stations are one of my go-to places for reviewable items. Because, a lot of times they got new stuff and things and such and such. So I ended up going out to a Circle K because they're supposed to have a new Sunkissed flavor, but mine, for whatever reason, doesn't. But they did have a thing. What is the thing? Namesake item, eh? Yes, indeed, folks, it is. Boom! Post Malone Oreos. Woo, 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 question mark, woo? Do people still care about Post Malone? I don't know. But yeah, Posty swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream. I will say this, I have to give them credit in that, at the very least, these aren't just namesake for namesake, like, it's actually its own flavor, so good on it. I don't know dick about Post Malone. I don't have anything against the guy, it's not really my type of thing. My favorite moment involving Post Malone is that meme where there's a girl lifting up her shirt at one of his concerts and he's just jaw-dropped happy. I identify with that. That's always a good moment. I mean, I've never done it on that, that stage and everything. But yeah, so, what the fuck ever, right? Let's try out some Oreos that may or may not taste like Post Malone. Let's get a thing for the thing here. Let's just kind of like do it like that. Sure, we'll go, ah, ha, 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 ha. I mean, they sound like they'll be tasty. Do you have an open, or do I have to open you? Oh, I have to open you. Okay, that's fine. I'm used to them having, oh no, it does. It's got the little tag. It was like hidden. Crafty Post Malone. Trying to keep people from getting his Oreos. I can appreciate that. Oh, wow. That is a waft, man. You can smell that salted caramel. It looks like that. Let's give it a go. Oh. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm glad that they're not as punchy with their flavor as they are with their smell. Because, like, I'm not joking, folks. Like, my sense of smell ain't that great at this point in my life. It tends to be clogged most of the time. Top of that, I work in an industrial job, so I've inhaled out all kinds of shit, man. So, when I tell you that the waft from that hit me hard, it was like, Jesus. But I'm glad that taste-wise it was dialed down a little bit. Yeah, okay. I can kind of get behind that. The salted caramel aspect is nice. Salted caramel is one of those things that, like, I think like maybe like 15, 20 years ago, something like that, was like, like a real thing, right? Where it was like, man, if you were doing that as like a chef or something, you were being ballsy, right? That was the whole thing. Whereas like these days, like, nah, I mean, everything's, Twix and fucking, what was it? Milky Way and all kinds of shit, so it's lost some of the luster. Though, I wish they would bring back the salted caramel Pepsi. I really enjoyed that. I think that would be great to bring back. Bring it back, Pepsi. I'll review it. So yeah, that's nice. I mean, it gives the caramel a little sort of edge. You get a little sweet and salty thing. I will say overall, though, it is just very sweet, especially with the chocolate and then what the hell was it? Shortbread. Oh, wait. Salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream. So is this the shortbread, or is it, I guess it's the... Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's got two different types of cream. Okay. So I'm guessing this is just like a white... Oh no, that's like got a shortbread flavor too. Is that just what the white cookies are? I mean, I know some of them are lemon. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of sweet flavors going on. Now, here's the thing. I kind of like the idea of this because you've got contrasting stuff going on. If you watch my channel, you know I like contrasting flavors. But where it falls down a bit for me is that, the greatness of the classic Oreo is that it has contrasting flavors. It's cookies and cream. But it's also very simple. Like, it's just cookies and cream. That's it. With this, you've got the chocolate from the chocolate part of the cookie. You've got sort of shortbread-esque aspect from, I guess, not only from the white part of the cookie, but then also from the part of the cream. So you're kind of doubling up there. And then you've got the salted caramel. And the salted caramel, it doesn't really complement the chocolate the way that the shortbread and shortbread complement each other. So, yeah, like it's all the flavors in general work, but I do feel like there's a lack of balance. And I do feel like that hurts it as an overall. Like, it's still good. I still like them. There's no like chemically taste or anything like that. I appreciate that. Sometimes you do get those Oreo flavors where they try a little bit too hard and it gets a little bit weird. But that's not the case in this. They're nice. I like the shortbread aspect. I wish, if nothing else, that the chocolate played a little bit more of a role. Like, I almost would have liked just salted caramel and chocolate. I think that probably would have worked a little bit better for me. But as is, they're still nice. They're just a little bit much. And again, sometimes that can be fun with Oreos, and I'm not saying it isn't here, but it is just that thing of like, these are good, but there's just a little bit too much going on. And I don't know, maybe that's systematic of Mr. Malone's music. Maybe there's a lot going on in it, and maybe he wanted a complicated cookie to represent that. I don't know. But anyway, two questions have to be asked. Would I get these again? Would I recommend them? I'm going to go with yes and yes. And third question, have I suddenly become a Post Malone fan? No. But, because here's the thing. If the worst I can say about the Oreo cookie that I'm trying is that I just feel like they tried a little bit too much, that's not bad. Because like I have had some Oreos where it was like, didn't feel like that one really hit. These I would say hit. And I'd even say that they're fairly successful in what they're trying to do. I think that, to use baseball terminology, they got to third base on this one. Which, again, considering the Post Malone thing, the meme and such, kind of fitting. But no, I do enjoy these for what they are. And while they are a bit much, like these would never be a go-to Oreo cookie for me. Because, again, I think the best Oreo cookies, far and away, are the ones that are fairly simple. Give me a chocolate and cream, give me a chocolate and and mint. Some of the other ones that have, they've done over the years. This one, it's a good one. I like it. It's a bit much. It's very rich. Again, it wouldn't be a go-to, but it's good and I can enjoy it. And if I'm recommending them, I'd say, again, very rich, very sweet. Not going to be for everybody. But if you're an Oreo fan and, you like to try out the new flavors, certainly. If you're a Post Malone fan, and you just want it for the namesake aspect, you could have got way worse Oreos. If you're just kind of casually perusing and stuff and you don't give a shit about Post Malone or trying new Oreo flavors or what have you, and you're just, sort of interested, they're pretty good. But, again, you could just get the normal ones or the mint ones or, whatever your personal favorite ones are. But these overall, they're pretty good. 5 things before I get out of here, though. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go for yourselves a truly Post Malone-tastic rest of your life? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the guy, but, he seems to be very successful, and I haven't heard a lot of, bad stuff about him, so sure. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I hope that you live lives as happy as Post Malone is in that particular meme. Because, damn it, come on now. And working off of that, are you a fan of Post Malone? If you are, let me know. If you're not, let me know. Explain why if you want to. Make a whole little essay about your love or hatred for Post Malone. Feel free to hit me up in the comments. Like I said, I ain't got nothing one way or another for him, so. But anyway,